Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello, good day, good evening. This is the Lasner Sport Variety Show. I'm Ryan, this is Chad, and we're here to give you another great episode of Lasner Sports. Hey now, we're here to discuss all things important, Miami sports, trending news topics, up-to-date information. We're here to entertain you, make you laugh, make you cry, make you wish you were where we were right now. So, with all the big free agency talk happening this offseason in the NFL, the Dolphins have landed their big fish, the Ndamukong Suh. Ndamukong Suh, the Tsunami. It's a record deal, highest paid defensive player in NFL history. Miami is making noise. Everyone's excited. We're going to see, hopefully, a future Hall of Fame player come down here, sack some quarterbacks, take down Tom Brady, take down the Jets, and a lot of people are excited down here in South Florida, and we're excited to witness it as well.
Absolutely, yeah, man. I mean, we're getting a player in his prime, you know, an elite player at his prime, similar to what LeBron James did coming to Miami. You know, if Miami can continue to get elite players in their prime, be it free agency or a trade, usually it's going to be free agency. You know, if they can continue at this stretch, you know, maintaining guys like Giancarlo Stanton, it's attractive, you know, and without the state income tax, you know, it really does give Miami an upper hand. And of course, we have our weather. It is kind of drizzling right now, but besides that, man, we got the women, we got the weather, we got everything.
Sunshine.
By the way, we're reporting to you live from Mystery Area,
Dwayne Wade's house. The Dolphins have been probably some of the biggest noisemakers the last couple years in free agency.
Yeah, Mike Wallace, Brandon Albert,
Ndamukong Suh. Hey! But you don't win with free agency. You can win if you're a step away, going to free agency to get that piece, to get there.
Right.
But I definitely believe, you know, our foundation's got to start with the draft, and hopefully Dennis Hickey can get this draft going this year, hit on a couple players like he did last year.
What if the Miami Dolphins hired Mel Kiper?
The East is up for grabs to a certain degree, but I do believe that the East will see another, you know, dominating season from the Patriots coming off that Super Bowl win. It looks like they're getting ready to retool like they've always done, even though they lost Revis, they lost Will Fork, but that's all part of their system that Bill Belichick continues to do. And I believe New England fans, they have that saying, you know, in Bill we trust. So I'm sure they're sitting back, cool, calm, and collected, and just waiting to see what they're going to do in this draft.
Yeah, I can see a lot of confident New England fans, even though they have lost again those key players. But, you know, Jimmy Graham itself moving to the Seahawks, are they again favorites to go to the Super Bowl?
I think without a doubt. That just put a big time player that makes big time plays for, you know, help Russell Wilson and Marshawn Lynch. And I also believe I read a stat the other day that the most 1-yard touchdowns in the league last year, or the last 2 years, is Jimmy Graham. So that touchdown play that they almost had in the Super Bowl might have been a touchdown, and we might be talking about Seattle as Super Bowl champs.
Seattle was a play away from winning Super Bowls. You know, he wants to be paired up with his former teammate in Sam Bradford at Oklahoma. Apparently he's been talking to him. So that would be interesting. If the Cowboys do land a guy like Adrian Peterson, though, that's to me an upgrade. You know, because I think he has better hands. I think he's a better open field runner. You know, I mean, he might not know the game plan or the playbook so well, but he's star power, and he'll sell more jerseys than DeMarco Murray has done his whole life. So I think it would be a great move for all sides, but you would have to give up a little bit of compensation for a guy like Adrian Peterson's services.
I do believe, or even Adrian Peterson to go over there, the Vikings do have control over his contract and let him go. So they would, I believe, have to trade him, which may not be the case because the Vikings may not want to let go of him. And then he's also scheduled to make $13 million next year, which that's a lot of money to say no to and go to another team where you won't make as much as that.
Yeah, he probably wouldn't make $13 million. I could see them getting guaranteed money. You guys cancel that. Welcome back to the program. Hey man, what's going on? How you doing? So we were talking about spring training, the Miami Marlins. We're excited, of course, signing of Ichiro Suzuki. Yeah, he won't be playing so much, but he's definitely going to help the franchise in a broad spectrum. It's going to help in the globalization process. You know, people are going to be tuning in from Japan now. You know, they're going to be even all through China. He has such a following that, you know, it really is going to help Miami, whether make more money or so. I think it's just going to help the players. It's going to help everybody. That is a tremendous acquisition, just for $1 million too. You know, Who else on the Marlins? What other signings have excited you?
The most exciting signing for me personally, and being a former Nova baseball alumni player myself, is Nova baseball player alumni Michael Morris.
Okay.
I think he's veteran experience that's going to teach these young guys how to win, and now he's got a ring.
Yeah.
And he can go in there and be like, guys, this is what we got to do to get one of these.
He does know the formula, coming off a World Series last year with the Giants. The NFL, I mean, it's since free agency has begun, it's kept me in tune. You know, I've been following the Twitters. You know, it's the most exciting thing in the planet. You know, I can understand why the NFL is year-round. So it's been taking away a lot from the Miami Heat. You know, also with Chris Bosh being injured, but the emergence of a guy like Hassan Whiteside, you know, seeing the playoff race with a little less than 20 games left, you know, you see the Miami Heat as the 8th seed, a win last night. You know, do you think that Miami Heat will make the playoffs?
Right now, I'm not too sure.
Right.
It's up in the air. It's all really based on how they're going to play in these next, you know, couple games. They definitely can't go on a 3-game losing streak. The moment they do, they're out. And that's apparent. So we'll definitely see. I mean, if they come out and play with the intensity and the type of, you know, defense that they played last night, I think they can. You know, but we'll see. I do believe it is their goal to get to the playoffs, to get to the dance, and maybe have a cup of coffee there. Not necessarily do some damage, but at least get there and show that, hey, we can get there without LeBron. We've been there without LeBron, and we're going to continue to do it without LeBron.
That's right.
So I could see it happening. I do hope it does happen, but you know, until we see how they play, we'll find out.
Right. The emergence of Hassan Whiteside, adding Dragic, it definitely helped retool the roster, made it respectable. I could see them reaching the playoffs and even beating a team like Atlanta. Why not? You know, when playoff basketball is completely different from the regular season basketball. You know, a guy like Dwayne Wade, even though he's been impressive as of late, he turns on to an even higher level come playoff time because, you know, you're playing for your livelihood. So I think the experience is going to be great for the Miami Heat players, and I think Dwayne Wade will come alive.
I would say, Ryan, you know, they say it takes a village to, you know, grow a child, and, you know, he's got a village around him with Dwayne Wade, Alonzo Mourning, Pat Riley, Spo, so hopefully these guys can, you know, reach him and he doesn't, you know, continue on this path, because if not, he'll have a very short NBA career, which is sad.
Right.
A lot of upsides to this.
A lot of upsides to the Whiteside. And if the Hawks go to the finals against the Spurs, hypothetically, would you watch?
Definitely. That could be a giant
Oh, you would watch?
Oh, I know a lot of people may not watch because they might seem it as boring basketball,
Right.
but as a basketball fan, that's going to be some of the best team basketball you're going to watch against two teams playing pretty much similar type of basketball.
Yeah.
And that might be interesting to see who would come out on top.
Yeah, like the Hawks have dominated the East, and I'm sure they've done well against the West this year, but come playoff time, I would be interested to see how a team like the Hawks would do against the Western Conference. I know they have a winning record this year against the West in the regular season. It would just be interesting, really, because we don't really know what this Hawks team is made of until this year, come playoff time. Now, do you think, though, that a team like Miami Heat, if they play the Hawks in the first round, do you think they get blown out, or you go 7 games?
Oh, man. I feel like it would be from the Heat before LeBron was here, but we made it to the first round, and then we lose in 5 or 6 games to the Hawks. I mean, I don't feel that the Heat can beat the Hawks in a 7-game series just because, you know, we're lack of depth, which the Hawks definitely have depth. If you look at it, that game that they played down here a couple weeks ago, they had Teague not played, they had 3 of their starters not played, and they still pretty much ran up and down the floor on us.
Right.
So it's something that would be interesting to watch, but no, I don't think they could upset the Hawks.
So it's not the Heat season, is it?
Unfortunately, it's
No. So if they make the playoffs, great, but realistically, they're not looking beyond the first round. And if they do, don't get your hopes up, because that'll be it, folks.
not to panic though as a Heat fan. As a saying, in Pat we trust.
Right.
He's taking us to the promised land now. We've been there, we know what it's like. Let him build, you know, restructure some of these guys' contract. 2016 free agency is going to be huge, and, you know, I believe that he will get back to that championship level type basketball, but we got to wait a little longer before we see it.
So, hey, where's Stephen A. Smith at? He's supposed to be he's coming on next. We're going to get Stephen A. Stephen A., where you at?
I did hear that we'll have Ndamukong Suh on the next episode, so
Yes.
for all you Dolphin fans, stay tuned.
Ndamukong Suh will be here. He'll be signing autographs for whoever wants to come. So come on down, meet Ndamukong, rub his belly. Yeah. So just with your echoes, you know, send us a vibration, and we're gonna get that Miami Dolphin to tell us what it is that you're thinking. Oh, what's that? Oh, I hear you. What are the Dolphins gonna do? I wonder how
That's a lot of money to talk.
Right. By the way, way, this is a green screen behind us. We're really indoors. It's
not
crazy.
real.
Yeah, it's not real. That boat? That boat? What boat? What boat? What boat?
Oh.
Hey, come to the pub. See Chad.
Yeah, my band plays the pub every Thursday night at the Shops of Pembroke Gardens. We're called 90 Miles from Cuba. We're there from 9 to 1. Come check us out. We'll also be there on St. Patrick's Day when they do the whole block party, which is pretty cool, where they shut down the street. We'll be playing from 1 to 5 on St. Patrick's Day.
And you know, he plays the bass. He slaps it all day. So don't walk in between him and the bass, because you might get slapped.